So Meredith, oh, does that sound loud? Does
No.
that sound too loud?
No.
Does that sound too loud?
No.
Oh, okay.
Do I sound too loud or too quiet?
No, thought I sounded loud.
Wow. Now you sound like a phone sex operator.
Hi, Meredith.
Oh my gosh.
How are you doing tonight?
Is it hot in here or is it just me?
What are you wearing?
Khakis.
We're so good.
Welcome back to Mildly Thriving. I am your host, Meredith.
And I'm Kimberly.
And today we're going to talk about having it all and why we don't.
Yeah.
You know, remember growing up and thinking that we'd have dream homes and amazing husbands and kids and, you know, something that looked like it came off of a Pinterest board.
I was pretty sure I was going to have a briefcase and a flip phone.
Oh, yes.
And like a big thing of keys.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, to all of my accoutrement.
Yes. And when I like picked up my kids from school, I would like hold my flip phone and my big thing of keys and talk to the other parents.
Damn, you are so cool.
Yeah, I was.
I was having all of these dreams while at the same time owning a Lisa Frank binder for school, and everything was like neon colors. Not much has changed, actually, for
like
me.
your nails are literally highlighter colors right now.
You know?
They look really cool.
Thank you. We grow up a little bit, but not entirely.
No. So Meredith, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about having it all? Or
Yes.
why it doesn't fucking matter?
Exactly. Just like this myth or like the American dream, you know, just keeping up with the Joneses, and how everyone on TikTok has a skincare routine and I can barely fucking wash my face every day. So I think we're just going to talk about how it's okay to not have it all. Like, it doesn't mean that you're not succeeding, and having it all is a
what does that even mean?
Subjective term. What does it mean? We have that on here.
Oh my God. Really? I don't even have show notes, so I'm just...
See, I specifically didn't type notes for this one because I wanted us to go over it in real time.
Okay, great.
Where did having it all come from? Where did that myth come from? Because I don't know. I just I look back and think maybe it's this idea that my parents instilled in me that like every generation just wants their children to have it better than they had it. And I was just expected to grow up and go to college and have an amazing career and have a husband and have kids by 25. And obviously that didn't happen. But like, what makes us feel this way? Is it social media?
No, because this was a thing that happened far before social media. This is I think it's a social expectation.
Okay.
That...
Well, yeah, keeping up with the Joneses, that was a saying far before social media was a thing.
Think back to, like, let's say 1900, where, like, you were a fucking spinster if you weren't married by the time you were 30. Well, okay,
Maybe sooner, but yeah.
21.
Yeah.
19.
16. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Things have evolved a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's still a lot of pressure on women. I think the boomer generation changed things for us in that they fought for women to be able to have bank accounts and get mortgages and have jobs and enter the workforce. And I guess it wouldn't just be the boomers. That would be, what generation is that? The greatest generation? The silent generation? No. The one before that. I think it's the greatest generation.
Yeah. That
So,
would
like,
be World War
II.
Okay.
So like my grandfather wasn't fought in World War II. I think one of the things that the feminist movement pushed and kind of got wrong was that women can do it all.
Yeah.
And they can still be wives to their, traditional wives to their husbands. They can be moms. They can have these careers. And in a lot of ways, I don't know, for me, it's not possible. Like,
no, I don't think it was an intentional overshot, but like it just kind of came with like wanting equal rights, but it's now like, okay, I get to do all the same things as you, plus everything else I was already doing.
Well, and I think we're in this like weird shift where we're evolving, And women have like progressed a little bit further, and men are still kind of catching up. I think that's why we're dealing with like the male loneliness epidemic and all this stuff, is like women are looking for partners that can meet,
that are partners,
right?
And not
they're
someone
not
they have to take care of.
They're not someone they have to take care of, and they're not someone who has to provide for them. They're like looking for someone who it's like, oh, I actually enjoy your company and I want to spend time with you, and
I don't need you, I want you.
Right.
There is a big difference.
And there is a big difference between that. So did you watch, there was a show, what is it? What? It's about Phyllis Schlafly. Do you know who that is?
I don't. Should I? Am I?
Well, she sucks.
Oh, okay. Well, now I feel better. I was like, shit, is this some like remarkable historical character that I just...
Phyllis Schlafly.
Tell me more.
Am I saying her last name right?
Schlafly. Yeah,
Okay.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay.
It says American attorney.
Yes. So she is one of the big reasons the Equal Rights Amendment did not get passed. She was...
Let me guess. She's super religious.
I don't know that she was super religious, but she was super conservative and like very anti-feminist. And it's like, I dislike her because of that. So she opposed feminism, gay rights, abortion, and she campaigned against the ratification of the Equal Rights Amendment. There's a show about her that is so... Mrs. America. It was an FX miniseries. Okay, all of that. There's a line in that show where she says, well, I can't remember what the line is, but the concept... Let me backtrack.
Okay.
One of the things that she said that I think she got right was that women were not necessarily going to be happier, or maybe the way that she said it was that like women can't actually juggle it all.
Yeah.
And in that way, I think that she was right.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, like that's a lot. Like, not that...
But I still would like the right to choose.
Right. Yes, exactly. You should watch that series. It was really good. Actually, I want to go watch it again because she sucks. I hate her, but she's also like an attorney. But
so
it's
she's
like
super fucking smart.
She's smart, but she's almost like a contradiction of herself. Of like, well, women, should be at home with their husbands and like.
But you went to law school?
Right. And she went to law school as a as an older adult.
Interesting.
I think. I don't know.
Guess who wouldn't have been allowed to do that?
Right.
What? Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
That's why I was like, oh, she's got to be super freaking religious.
Yeah, and the whole thing was that it was a matter of like women just... anyone should be able to choose their path in life.
Yeah.
And I think that comes back to the having it all of like, unless you're really, really wealthy, I think it's really hard because like you can't do it all by yourself.
Dude, I can't even afford a skincare routine. Are you kidding? Weren't we talking recently or not that long ago about how like we can't escape Target without like spending $100? And it's like, well, yeah, the face lotion that I use costs $30 fucking.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
What? Some people have 14 different things they put on their face every day. I watched on TikTok, I've seen like these college kids that are just like carrying around Louis Vuitton purses and doing their 14-step skincare routines. And I'm like, damn.
That's too much work.
Yeah. I'm happy if I brush my teeth and wash my face. Like,
yeah.
That is winning.
I do have to say I'm pretty good with my nighttime routine.
I'm much better now. I have not always been good at it, and I will admit that. But I'll come back to that.
Oh, okay.
I'll come back to that later.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll put a pin in that.
Yes. It will come up here shortly. What did you think you were going to be when you grew up?
Well, originally I wanted to be a teacher.
Interesting.
Yeah. And mostly because I wanted to boss people around.
Love that.
And when I realized that wasn't a thing, I kind of moved away from that and realized I was like, I'm going to be like a CEO or like an executive. And then when I realized that like you have to manage people, I was like, never mind.
Just kidding.
I'm perfectly content being me.
I love that.
I also thought I'd be like an entrepreneur. And I would say that I think there was a bird.
Oh.
Bird. I thought I'd be an entrepreneur, and in some ways I am. I just have barely made any freaking money from it. So, you know, you can buy my journal on Amazon.com/
I already have one. It's very nice.
But yeah. Okay. What did you think that you were going to be when you grew up?
Well, if you had asked super young Meredith, I would have said a vet. And then I realized you had to go to med school. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, that's silly. And then I had no freaking idea. And I got to high school and I just went to college because I knew that it was something expected of me. And I got to college and was a business major. And
ooh.
Hated it because boring classes. And I ended up with psychology as my major because I couldn't pick a career, and those were the only classes I found interesting. And I was like, well, if I'm going to pay to be here, I might as well enjoy going to class.
Right.
And so when I graduated, I was like, I'm not spending an ungodly amount of money to go to grad school, so I can also still not know what I want to do. Like, I still don't know, and not enough to want to spend that kind of money. And I just found Dispatch by accident. And I think at that time in my life, I definitely had ADHD. It was just undiagnosed. And like looking back, a lot of these things like make a lot of sense. But I had like I didn't know. Like I bounced around from thing to thing because it was like God. Nothing gave me joy. And it was just like every little thing was okay for a while. And then I would go stir crazy. And I worked at a bank and I worked at a ski resort. And I was like, fuck, I don't know what I'm going to do. And when I found Dispatch, it was by accident. Someone I knew was leaving and told me about the job opening. And I was like, why did I never think about this as a possibility? Like, I could do this. And when I finally got the job, it was the first time ever that I felt like I fit in somewhere and I felt like I excelled at a job. And it took me leaving later and looking back to realize why I excelled. Honestly, it took my ADHD diagnosis to realize why I excelled at it. But, like, it's entirely reactive. You don't have to be proactive about anything. You're just answering the phone when it comes in, or you're answering the radio. And it's different every single day. So I never get bored. And it, like, gave me this sense of purpose and a family and a group of people that I got along with so well. After 10 years and, you know, working night shift, I just couldn't do it anymore for my physical health.
Yeah.
And I finally left, but man, I was good at it. And I was just like, oh yeah, that's because you have, like, your executive functioning is so fucked up that, like, you have a hard time being proactive because you can't meet deadlines.
Oh my God.
And if you have the same routine over and over again, if you hate it, like, you're just bored to shit. Yeah. And so I was, like, constantly looking for these different things, and it was, like, the perfect thing to keep me centered, and I was actually good at it. So I was like, this is great. How did I not know about this? All of that to say, if you asked 10-year-old me if I thought I'd be where I am right now, I would have been like, fuck no. But I'm super happy with where I ended up. Am I making $1 million? No. But I'm comfortable. Yeah. And I can fly to Vegas for the weekend if I want to.
Exactly.
But I thought as a kid, like, having it all just meant being able to buy anything that you wanted. And that's really not that important. It's like, I'm comfortable. I can put food on my table. I can do fun things if I want to. And I think that's okay.
Yeah. I feel like I didn't ever give having it all much thought. I feel like I just, like, never really had a plan. And I was just like, I know I have to go to college because, like, that's a thing that my parents told me I have to do. Yeah. And I did, and I enjoy learning, but you're just kind of like, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
I didn't really think about having it all either. Like, I think that this is, like, I think about it more now, honestly. It's like, no. The reason I mentioned social media is I think about it more when you have access to comparing yourself to total strangers all the time on the internet. It's it makes me feel like I'm not succeeding in certain parts of my life because I don't have that nightly skincare routine, or because I don't have whatever fancy purse this person has. I don't know. That's just a bad example. But like, it's an easy way to get to compare myself to literally everyone. And I have a pretty kick-ass job and some pretty kick-ass friends, and I live in a cool place, and I am thankful for the things that I have. Do I own a house? No. Am I sad about that? No. But 10 years ago I would have been. Like, there were milestones that I thought I had to hit, and I have not hit really any of them, if I'm being honest. But I'm not upset about that at all.
Well, and I feel like those milestones, unless they're milestones that you picked based on things that you want, they're arbitrary.
Yeah.
And you realize that they actually aren't going to make you happy.
Yeah. I think those milestones come with that having it all myth. It's like, well, now I'm married, so I've succeeded in that. And now I have kids, so I've succeeded in that. And now I own a house, so I've succeeded in that. I have my dream job. I've succeeded in that. I don't have any of those things. Mm-hmm. And I'm not upset about any of it. Like, I don't think my job was my dream job, but I love where I work and I love what I do. I just found it by accident, and I haven't been married, but I don't regret not getting married to any of the people I've dated. So I think
that's a good place to be.
I'm okay there. But I don't regret any of those situations either. They have brought me to this point in my life, and I'm not sad or upset about any of them. And we've learned something from every experience we've been in, I think.
That's so true. Can I tell you a story?
Yes, please.
So I've done all of those things. I've been married. I've more than once. I've owned a home. I've more than once. And I've not actually had children of my own, but all of those things come at a price, right? So my ex-husband and I got a house, and we loved that house, and it was beautiful, but we couldn't fucking afford to furnish it. So we moved into this house, and it was pretty empty. And, we had to DIY a lot of stuff, and which is fine. But it was just too much. And you're like, well, and this isn't like where I want to be. It's like, it's, I could afford this big house, but I'm kind of in this neighborhood I don't really want to live in. And so everything, it just wasn't great. So what did we do? We sold it. We sold all of our stuff, and we moved into a truck camper and traveled for a year. And that was the best year of my life so far. Like, that was amazing. We went to all of the lower 48 states, and I literally had 120 square feet of living space and enough clothes to like get me through all of the seasons that we were going to experience. And it was great.
Damn. I think that's a perfect example.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is a good example of society is changing a little bit.
I agree. And I think people are realizing that you have to define success in terms of yourself.
Yeah.
And I think I'm a success.
Yeah.
Because I am in a place where my finances are okay. Like, am I rolling in money? No. But if if my car breaks down and I have to spend $1,000 to, get it repaired, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Like, and that's a really wonderful place to be.
Yeah.
I have friends, and I have a wonderful partnership. And I've gotten to do projects, whether they're things that I continue to do, or I've tried a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And some of them have worked out and some of them haven't. And I don't necessarily view them as failures. I view them as like, oh, I did that and, you know, like it didn't work out or I didn't follow through or I moved on to the next shiny thing. But that's okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to have children of my own. And that's okay too. That's can be a hard thing to digest because from a very young age, especially females, you're given a baby doll and that's what you do is you imitate, you know, being a mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like, and I think one of the things I'm most proud of is continuing to want to improve and learn about myself and learn like how to be better and how to grow and I feel like to me that's my definition of success.
Yeah. I like that. I would agree. I think that I'm just trying to make it through every day and find something to be grateful for. Because I get tired of being caught up in the negativity of a lot of things, and it gets exhausting sometimes. So, yeah, I think it's important to just be grateful for what we have and try to find something from nothing sometimes.
How would you define success for yourself?
I think I am successful, and I think the fact that I am able to live by myself and I don't have to rely on anyone financially or really emotionally either. I don't have to. You know, the relationships I have in my life are relationships that I choose, except for family, but you know.
You can choose those relationships.
I love them too. But yeah, I think I'm doing it. I have a car. I have an apartment. I have a dog.
Ooh.
I know. Even though he shits everywhere all the time.
Us and our geriatric dogs.
Yeah, there's a topic later of geriatric dogs. I'm sure we'll bring it up. The fact that I don't have to rely on anyone else but myself is succeeding. That's it. And I didn't think that it would go this way. I don't know why. Like, again, like I grew up in the South. And so those like traditions came heavy, were really imposed on me growing up. And I felt like you, like I never really thought about a lot of it and didn't really care about a lot of it. I did a lot of things because it was expected of me, but I didn't really have those feelings. And then as you get older and times change a little bit, it's like, oh, cool. I don't have to have any of these things. And some of it still feels like, well, depends on the audience. Some of it still feels like, oh, you're 36 and you've never been married. It's like, yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah. Cool. It's like, no, I didn't spend $30,000 on a wedding to... Anyways. I have a lot of friends who are happily married. I'm not talking shit. I know that if I had jumped into that with certain people that I would have regretted it. And
you know how many people who are married who are miserable?
Yeah.
Like, I have 10 fingers. I could definitely name one couple on each finger that, like, I know personally. Damn. So I could name 10 couples. Don't make me do it because that would probably require a lot of work, but...
Yeah. No, I could at least do 5. And yeah. And I always felt guilty for, like, ending relationships because it's like, oh, sometimes you stick it out and you work through things. But sometimes it takes time to fucking realize that maybe this person wasn't the person. And I don't know. I think we've now established that we're pretty similar in that aspect of, like, I just want someone to love me and I'm willing to be accommodating to a certain extent. And then I reach my breaking point.
Well, I want a partnership.
Yeah.
And whether it's friendship or a relationship, but I want it to be happy and healthy. And if it's no longer gets to that point, then we stop.
Yeah.
I have a friend who has been married for, I don't know, 20 plus years, and they are miserable. And she keeps telling me, like, well, but I want, you know, like, I want to get to the end and be like, we did it. And
At
I'm
what
like,
cost?
I'm like, when people stay together for kids, I understand that. I do. I really do. I don't think that, I think if you can find a point where like things are okay, and that's the only reason that you stay together, I don't think that that's necessarily wrong, right? But when you stay together for your kids and it's really clearly not working, and then you're like, but we just, like, we're gonna make it to the finish line. It's like this, you get one life.
Yeah, what finish line? Death? Fuck.
Yes, that's the finish line.
No.
And that's how marriages end, is you either are divorced or dead. I have a hard time, like, I understand, because I was married once, and I remember having that conversation with myself when I was like, oh, like, but you guys have been together, and, you know, I wanted to have like a country music love affair. And that like, I heard it actually the other day. We were in Costa Rica, and they were playing Alan Jackson's greatest hits. And that song,
Remember when?
Yes, that one came on. And I was like, oh man, like that just, there was this like guilt of like, oh, like I'll never have that experience. Like you know, my partner and I, like, raising kids, and, you know, then we're watching them, like, you know, grow up, and we're remembering when, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
no,
turn off this Alan Jackson bullshit.
Yes, I have those thoughts too, especially hearing emotionally provoking songs such as that one.
Mm-hmm.
Sad songs I don't like to listen to. That's on the list.
Yeah.
But what I think about was growing up, the example of that story was my grandparents. Mm-hmm. And my grandmother was miserable.
Yeah.
All 50 fucking years. And, like, she's widowed now, and, like, she does whatever the fuck she wants. She parties harder than I do.
Grandma.
Like, I know. But even she'd tell you, like, she lived the way that she thought she was supposed to because that's how she was raised. Mm-hmm. Like, you don't get divorced, you suck it up, and you just take whatever happens. And, like, I love my grandparents very much, but I knew early on that was
You're like, something's not right here.
I was like, this is unhealthy. And it's, that song is talking about those stereotypical relationships that you don't actually see what's going on behind closed doors.
Right.
And how awful things actually are. And
yeah. Or they can be. Not everyone has horrible relationships, right?
Yes, I'm sorry. I don't mean to generalize. I actually know multiple people who are married to their high school sweetheart, and they're actually some of the happiest people that I've ever seen.
Oh,
which,
I love that.
Good on you. God bless you. But, you know, then there's the ones that stay in relationships for 50 years because they feel like they have to, and you only get one life. Just, yeah. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's me being selfish because I've ended multiple relationships because I know that it's not something that's good for me. But, like, I even have it in my notes. Relationships are work, and settling only makes things harder. And starting over might feel like it's the worst. It's the worst option, mm-hmm. But it's only bad for a minute. Like, it's that initial, like, unlearning this routine that you've been in for the last however many years. But then it's like, oh my gosh, it's like breaking that addiction cycle. It's like that mental clarity of, oh shit.
We have a whole episode planned for that.
That's coming next. No, I feel like I can speak to this because I've done it multiple times, but also everyone's path is different. Starting over is hard, like, especially when you get in a routine with someone, and sometimes it just feels like it's easier because it's comfortable.
Oh, 700%.
But then, like, the bad part only lasts so long. And then you have that mental clarity, and you're like, oh shit, how did I do that for so long? Like, what planet was I living on?
Well, one of the things that I really dislike is that we consider relationships that end as a failure. And it's like, why do we do that?
I do have my days where, like, I get sad or upset about any of those situations.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I do truly believe I don't regret any of them. I learned something from all of them. They brought me to where I am, and I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. And I had different people in my life for a certain amount of time, and I appreciate that time. And whether we worked out or not, like, I still hope that they find everything they want in this world. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think everyone deserves that. And I do not want to let any negative feelings about any of that affect me any more than it has to.
Yeah.
So
I feel like there's a lot, like, the viewing of a relationship ending as a failure, I think, is what keeps people in relationships long, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship or even a job.
Yeah.
Or, you know how many people are like, oh, like, I would love to move to wherever, but, like, you know, what if it doesn't work out? And it's like, then move back home.
Yeah.
Like, that's okay. This will be here.
Yeah.
Go and try it. Like, and then if you decide it didn't work out, well, then people are going to judge you for that. Why? Because you went and did something and you went, oh, yeah, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
I tried it, but, you know, come on.
Cool. How would you have known otherwise?
Right.
I'm so grateful that I moved here. And, you know, I had literally no reason to.
Yeah.
But it's like, well.
But what if you moved here and you were here for 6 months or a year and you were like, no thanks.
I could go back to Gunnison tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, if I wanted to.
Yeah. You can go home.
Yeah.
And those people that, like, never left
are still gonna be there.
Are they gonna, like, judge you? No. They're gonna be happy as fuck that you're back because now you're back.
Exactly. I love you, my Gunnison people. I think we really skipped around on our topics here.
Yeah,
I have not done a good job of leading this, and I apologize.
Well, I don't even have show notes, so.
Well, you know, I really wanted to wing it.
And how does that work out for us?
Well, see, this is when it's important that I bring up the ADHD because it's really hard to stay on track sometimes. But actually, I think we've covered every topic that I wrote down.
Okay,
it's just out
that's
of
a wrap.
order. Almost everything. I guess the last little subtopic would be the freedom of wanting less and enjoying more. Like, I don't have to have the nicest things. I can live in a studio apartment.
That's fucking adorable, by the way.
Thank you.
You have so much art on your walls. It's so cool.
See, I find value in having pretty things to look at.
I love it.
Thank you.
I'm jealous of your, like, I don't know why I struggle so much with hanging things on walls.
It looks like, you know, Home Goods threw up on my wall, but
in the best way.
Thank you. I do love it. I just like being surrounded by pretty colorful things. But, like, none of it's, like, crazy or expensive. Some of it's stuff that I've had since I was in high school. So it's just, like, things that have come with me over the years, and they all have happy memories associated with them. And I don't know. I don't need a house with a bunch of space. I don't need to go out to eat every day. I definitely don't need a fancy car. Like, you've seen the shit boxes that I drive. So, like, none of that has ever mattered to me. I would much rather drive a shit box than have a car payment.
Y'all, I drove a Buick LeSabre. A 1997 Buick LeSabre. When I first met Josh, that was what I was driving.
Hot.
Yeah, it was pretty hot. The left blinker didn't work.
Hell yeah.
It was the most comfortable car. That was, like, literally like driving a couch. Yeah.
I love that. Well, I've been driving the Outback for almost 3 years, but now that's gone, and I still just have a shitty replacement car.
Yeah, but, like, a car payment, I have a car payment right now, and it's blech.
But see, that's like, it's because I value being able to get to say I'm going to Vegas this weekend with 48 hours notice.
Okay,
over
nobody likes a bragger.
I'm sorry. I'm not excited you're excited.
Well, I'm going to go sit in my car this weekend while you're in Vegas.
I'm sorry. Obviously, there's a different reason I'm excited, but... Should I bring it up again?
Yeah. I had a thought, and I was like, I really don't want to lose this train of thought. I got you a little sticker from Costa Rica.
I love you for that.
But now I can't remember where I put it. I bought it on the day before the flood, so...
You know what? Even if it disappeared, the fact that you thought of me enough and knew about my stickers that, that means a lot.
I did. I have it. I need to look for it. I think it might be in my passport wallet. I hope it's in my passport wallet.
For anyone who would like to know, I collect stickers, or sort of. That's just like my favorite souvenir because it's cheap and you can get them just about anywhere.
You can usually find one, and they're cheap. They're easy to pack, and I have a whole pile of them. I've yet to put them on anything.
Mine are up on a cork board, or a couple of them in my apartment because I'm running out of space. I'm gonna have to get another cork board here soon.
That's exciting. When I was on my big trip in the truck camper. My ex-husband and I bought stickers everywhere because we wanted souvenirs, but how are we going to store a mug from every national park, right? So we did stickers and we put them on our dining room table.
I love that.
Our dining room, or the dinette table or whatever. And we said, well, then when we sell the camper, when we're done, we will just take that out and buy a new top for it. And then we got divorced, and he got the sticker table in the divorce. So yeah, cool.
Well,
starting
good memories.
I started over from scratch with my stickers. So
that's okay.
I think I have a picture of the table.
Okay,
I'll show it to you someday.
I feel so loved.
Yeah,
thanks.
It's pretty cool.
I do have a random anecdote that was brought to me recently that I appreciated because I think it reminded me of being happy with what I have.
Okay.
I don't know that you'll answer this question the same way I did, though.
Oh, okay.
If you only had a year left with Kona and someone offered to buy her for $1 million, would you sell her? I know. I know.
Well, okay. The end is very near.
I know.
With Kona. She's 16.
I know. Let's backtrack. Let's pretend it's not right now. Let's pretend it's a year ago.
Oh, 100%. No, I'm just kidding. Also, a year ago, I thought that I only had a few months
left. That's true. Kona is hanging on.
She is hanging on by the threads.
There's no wrong answer.
Well, I mean, probably not.
Yes, I see what you mean.
Kind of questions.
I know it's tough, but
because I'm like, well, but what are they doing with her? Is she able to eat unlimited garbage and just having the time of her life? Well, then okay, well, maybe, well, but I don't know. But we've been together for 15 for 15 years.
I know. I had the same thoughts and was just but you don't get to know that.
Yeah.
And it's just well, at the end of the day, I'm happy with what I have, and I don't think I could live with myself, knowing that I did that when he's the thing that's been there with me for 15 years. And I don't know, I feel I'd owe it to him. And, I'm perfectly fine living the way that I do, and I don't need it. Yes, it would be cool to have $1 million, but not I still think I would think about that for the rest of my life, and it would bother me enough. And
yeah. I mean, dude, I haven't, so in April of 2024, my dog started having seizures, and the vet was kind of oh, well, this is it. She's 15 or older. We're not exactly sure. She was a pound puppy. And so I canceled all my trips. I literally, this trip to Costa Rica was the first. Well, that's not true because I went to New Orleans for my brother's wedding. But other than that, like, I have not traveled, which is it was something that I did very regularly before she got sick. And so I've kind of been like available. And so I think if somebody did come up to me and say, you know, here's $1 million, I'm going to take your dog, and I would probably struggle with that.
Yeah. I mean, I think any logical person would think about it. Like,
yeah.
That's a lot of money, and I totally get that. The thing it just made me think of, like, it was when I was writing the show notes. I was like, because, what nickname are we going to give him?
San Diego.
Perfect. So when San Diego asked me...
San Diego.
You
have to say it like that or it doesn't count.
Okay, when San Diego...
Or Cruise Boy.
Oh, Cruise Boy. I like that one better.
Cruise.
When
Cruiser.
Guy...
Cruise.
He's the one that asked me the question, and I thought about it for a minute, and I was just like, man, no, I couldn't live with myself. And then I was writing the show notes for this, and I was just like, I think it's a good example of just recognizing that I'm content with what I have. Like, I think there are plenty of people that would take $1 million, and that's okay. I'm not saying you're right or wrong.
Is the dog happier?
We don't get to know that. That's the struggle of the question.
Then, like, without more information,
yeah.
The answer, I think, is definitely no.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I would still really like $1 million. Well, like, you know, because that would just make my life easier.
Me too. Well, after taxes, it'd be what, like...
Oh, fuck.
$350,000. See, it's fine. It's fine.
But I do really love my dog.
I do too.
I clean up a lot of shit.
I was going to say, the amount of urine I've cleaned up in the last week is...
Oh.
It's been bad.
Do you think he has a UTI?
No. See, I had this conversation recently. He's had a UTI before, and it's been, like, super dark and, like, gross. And no, I solely think he is at this age where...
He just can't hold it.
No. I don't think it's that, because he, at home, will hold it. I take him elsewhere, he won't. I think he is at this age where he is purely spiting me if I leave him.
Oh, wait. So at home, he will pee?
No. So, only if I've seen another dog recently. I think he is peeing out of spite. So, like, I took him to a friend's house the other day, and he peed in the house 4 times.
Holy shit.
In a span of 5 hours?
Wow.
He never does that.
He's like, this is my place now. I live here.
I work fucking shift work for how many years?
Yeah.
He could stay at home for 12 hours sometimes and be fine.
Man.
He's mad at me because I messed up his routine.
Oh my God. We should be eating right now.
Sorry, Mama had other plans.
Yeah.
And now I'm cleaning up piss everywhere.
God.
Oh, now he does this fun thing. When I take him outside, he'll pee immediately, and I know he has to poop. And he just looks at me, dead in the eyes. Won't walk around. It's just like... I'm like, okay, are we staying? Are we going? Are you going to go poop or not? And he just stares at me. I'm like, okay, we're going to go inside then. And I start walking back towards the door. He'll follow me for a couple steps, and then he'll take a shit. I'm just like, you motherfucker. Or sometimes we'll make it to the door, and then he'll shit right in front of the door. And I'm like... It's like having, like, a game of chicken with my dog. He's like, how long are you going to let me stay out here? I'm like, no, we're going back inside. He's like, okay, I'll shit. I'll do it. I'm sorry.
Okay, Mom, you win.
And now I have to intentionally make sure that he does it, because there have been a few times where I've been like, you really don't have to go, do you? And then I bring him back inside, and he shits on the floor. I'm just like, this bitch.
Yeah, Kona's done that a few times. I don't think she's spiteful. I think she just gets surprised by her bowels, and she's like, oh, I have to take a shit. And, like, sometimes I will have, like, walk past her, and then and everything's fine, and then I turn around and she shat on the floor, and it's like, holy shit, like, that That's amazing.
How did you do that?
How did you do that so quickly and quietly? And like, wow, that just slipped out.
I know. Well, in case anyone wants to know, the real having it all is having a geriatric dog that you have to take care of. If anyone wants to know what true love is, it's
a geriatric dog.
Yeah.
The amount, so I just got back from 2 weeks in Costa Rica, and my parents watched my dog. The amount of shit that I packed for them, I packed like, usually it would just be like, I packed her food, a bed, and like, you know, a few treats. Now it was like her food and her broth and her pills and her blanket and the waterproof blankets and her fucking ramp.
Oh, that's right.
And her other bed and her other blanket. And it's just like, oh, and her booties so that, you know, she can get traction. And yeah. And yeah, it just.
Yep.
So.
That's true love.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, I think I covered everything. What do you think?
I think you are a success.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad someone finally said it. No.
Don't be hard on yourself.
I know. I think you are also a success.
Thanks.
I can't say the word success, but I think we're both fucking crushing it.
Yeah. We're sitting on the floor of my stepdaughter's former bedroom and recording this podcast. You know what? We're doing it because we want to.
Yeah. And I'm pretty fucking happy about that.
Yeah. We can't even get Patrck to listen to it.
Fucking Patrck. Just kidding. Thank you.
Take your shirt off.
I was like, it's not an episode if we don't say take your shirt off. Just kidding. We're so grateful for you. Please don't hate me.
Please keep listening.
Well, just a reminder, we do have an Instagram page. Doesn't have anything on it, but, you know, it will.
It will eventually.
Please give us grace.
Hopefully by the time that this has gone live, there will be.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There will be something there.
Maybe
a picture.
We're mildly thriving, and if you resonate with any of this, you'll understand that we're just going to do this as we can.
Yeah. We're doing this because it's fun.
Yeah.
I love hearing myself talk.
Same. Said no one ever. Actually, that's not true. I'm sure there are some people who do. I hate hearing my voice.
Oh, yeah. There's definitely people who do. A few people come to mind. All right. Yes. Did we cover all of our topics?
We did. So, you know what? Everyone out there, you're doing a great job.
Be nice to yourself.
Yes.
Talk to yourself the way that you would talk to your friends. And if you don't like the way that sounds in your head, then you need to be nicer to your friends.
And you definitely need to be nicer to yourself.
Yes. 100%.
All right. Well, please come back and listen to us rant next week.
Please.
We are talking about relationships, are we not?
Oh, yes. Next week we're going to talk about I think the show is titled Do you love him or are you addicted to him?
Ooh, yes. I like this and I'm excited to talk about this.
Yeah. I loved that, like, this theory that I had. I was able to, like, anyway.
Come back next week and
you can hear us ramble.
Yay! Okay, well, until next time, remember that mildly thriving is thriving enough.
And I think you can like, comment, and subscribe.
Sure, whatever those things are that people do these days.
I don't know. I've just heard other people say that.
Please do it.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.